Hi guys, how is it going? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use Configmap in Kubernetes. Basically, Configmap allows you to hide your environment variable from your pod manifest file. So basically, I've used Kubernetes to install nifi, Apache nifi, as you can see here. So if I go to my uh, manifest file, the nifi.yaml file, I've basically defined an environmental variable here. But what you can notice from here is basically I've specified the value of the environmental variable in this manifest file. Now, what if I don't want to specify this value, right? What if I want this to be hidden information, right? So it could be a secret that you're trying to provide for the container as an environmental variable, and you want to hide it. So you can use Configmap to do that. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to get rid of this. But before I get rid of it, I'm going to what I'm going to do is create a config map with this basically with these variables. So let me get out of this. So to create a config map, you run group control create config map. The name of the config map, I'm going to call it config nifi, and I'm going to use from literal. So basically, you can use from literal to specify the nifi key and value pair that you want to create on the terminal. There are other ways you can specify you can create a config map. If I run group control create config, I can use CM, and CM is the short word for config map. So if you look at this list of options, you can see you can create a config map from a file. Basically, you specify the variable and the value within a file, and then you point to the location of that file. And there are other ways you can create a config map as well. One of the ways is basically by specifying the key and value pair on the terminal when you are creating it. This is the way you can use from literal to do it. So that is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to run this command and say group control create config map. Config nifi is the name. I'm going to say from literal, and the value, the key is going to be nifi underscore web underscore http underscore post, and the value is going to be it's going to be 0.0.0.0, and the second key is going to be nifi underscore web underscore http underscore ports, and the value is going to be 88. So I don't actually need to specify the quotation there. So that is it. And what I want to do is basically I'll put this to a YAML file so you can see what the output of that command look like. So I say nifi config.yaml, and I think there is issue somewhere from literal. I made a mistake with the spelling. So this should be from literal. So if I now view nifi config.yaml file, you can see the web the nifi web HTTP host has this value, and the HTTP port has this value. So what I can do now is get out of this and basically run group control and apply group control apply file is the nifi config.yaml file. So that has been created. It gets don't worry, I've created an alias equal to kube control. That's why I'm using instead of kube control. Now, what I will do is open the nifi.yaml file and basically tell this manifest file that I want to get the value of this environmental variable from the config map. So the way I can do that is basically by saying value from and this is going to be config map key reference. So I'm going to be referencing the config map key, but before I do that, I need to specify the name of that config map, so Kubernetes know which config map I'm trying to reference. So the name is not config nifi, if I'm correct, and the key that I'm trying to reference is basically the nifi web HTTP underscore ports. And the second one is the name is the nifi web HTTP host, and I'm going to say the value is going to be from config map key reference, and the name of that config map is going to be config nifi, and the value is going to be not value, the key is going to be nifi underscore web underscore HTTP underscore host. So that is done. What I'm going to do is basically reconfigure this, tell Kubernetes that I've made some change and I need to perform some updates. So I'm going to say k apply and f nifi YAML. So it's been reconfigured now. K gets state resets. So both of them are ready. K gets purge. So the second one is still creating the container. Let me try it again. So now the second one is running. The first one is terminating and trying to recreate. So both of them are running now. So when you refresh this page, it may give you 502 bad gateway error. It may take 1 minute before it's sorted. All right, so it's back online now. So that config map change that we made will work. So basically, as I explained earlier, so if you want to specify some variable for your container to use, you can use Configmap to basically create those variable and their value, and you can just reference those variables within your manifest file. And Kubernetes will do the rest. So don't forget to check out the other Kubernetes video I've made. I made a video on how you can deploy this nifi in Kubernetes, and in the next video I'm going to be using Helm to deploy nifi instead of basically writing every code, every manifest file by myself. There is Helm chart that you can use to deploy nifi. Yeah, that is it for this video again. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment. Have a lovely day and goodbye.